Welcome back to Let Me Cook. For my second episode today, we will be making a teriyaki glazed Spam Musubi. So right here are going to be our ingredients for the teriyaki sauce. So right here, you got some ginger and garlic, because of course, you can't go wrong with ginger and garlic if you want to elevate your dishes to higher levels. Then in order to keep our sauce at a great color, we have some meaty soy sauce and sake. Then to add a little bit of sweetness to it, we're going to add some sugar and some honey. And to make sure it's all thick and all perfect, we're going to add a mixture of cornstarch and water. So right here, we're going to chop ourselves 4 cloves of garlic. Make sure it's finely minced. As you can see, I'm chopping it up, but make sure to mince it a little bit more so that way your sauce is more smoother. Also, by the way, shout out to all my gingers out here. And then you can see here I'm putting on the olive oil. Spin it around to make sure everything's evenly coated. And then put in our ginger and garlic and saute this for like 1 minute until fragrant. Then add your soy sauce, then your sake, then your meaty, then your sugar. And let this, instead of stirring it, just let it reduce. Do nothing. Squirt your honey on here. And be patient with this until it reaches a sauce-like consistency. Now, add your slurry in order to make your sauce more thick. And once where you can clearly see, or you can use your finger to wedge through your spoon. So here, we're just adding our garlic and our ginger to this sauce. So that way, we can bolster this up with an incredible complex flavor for the sauce. And now you want to add yourself 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar and 1 tablespoon of sugar. And now we're going to mix this with our rice. Now, stir your rice constantly until you start seeing that it's starting to smell like sushi in there. Now we chop some green onions. So of course, like every single video I'm going to make in the future, to give this some color and to keep this a little more healthier. Now, chop up some green onions so we can add more color to the dish. And that way, when you're serving it to any of your guests, they're going to see this is actually good instead of looking at a mediocre product. I mean, what I was doing right here, I was just searing some Spam, because like, well, I could eat this uncooked, because it's just meat out of the can. I'm just searing it because that way it gets a better look and better color overall. Here we go. So now it's time to assemble our Spam. Before we do that, we first are going to cook this Spam. Then we're going to put some sushi rice into a specific mold that I have right here that I got specifically for this occasion. Then we're going to put some sushi rice. Then we put the Spam on top. Then we'll glaze the Spam before that. And then we'll wrap it in some nori, top on some Japanese mayo, some green onions and sesame seeds to finish it all off. To give this more of a kick, we're going to add some Japanese mayo I like this QB brand because it's so creamy and delicious, and you can never go wrong with it.
Now squeeze that mayo with all your life.
Our next step, add 3 drops of sriracha to every single one of the musubis.
Now put on some sriracha so we can kick up the heat.
Now we're at all of our Spam.
Now time to do some Spam slotting on your musubi.
Now we're going to make sure we get this glaze right on here. We want to paint this beautifully because we want to make sure. I want to make sure you guys enjoy yourself the perfect bite of Spam Musubi.
Now paint the Spam with your teriyaki sauce with your inner Da Vinci skills.
Now we put our nori on top.
Now wrap the nori on the musubi because in the famous words of Shelby's Canada, if it's not tight, then it's not right.
Now we add everything to make this a good presentation. And then next, in order to elevate this dish by its looks, we're going to sprinkle on some sesame seeds for every single one of these Spams, musubis. And to finally top it off, we'll add some green onions to make this dish healthier and to make this a great finish off this epic presentation.
Now, as you can see right here, I'm putting on some green onions and some sesame seeds because once you do that, your dish is going to be full of life compared to a measly dish with no color at all.
And there you have it. This is how you make the best Spam musubi you'll ever have.